You know, the CM Punk trial just finished recently, and the non-mystery of his fucking name got solved. Seriously, who the fuck thought that was a mystery?
Yeah.
It's like literally a team he was in. Anyway, whatever. What is a mystery to me is why does this guy insist on fighting in the MMA?
Shit.
And clearly, he's terrible. Case in point, CM Punk just officially got beaten to a bloody pulp, very nonchalantly, might I say, by Mike Jackson, a guy that I let you see some of his previous fights. It was not very
good.
impressive. His MMA record, well, he just started with MMA bouts, but his MMA record sucked. His boxing seems okay. And, you know, his kickboxing record, whatever. Who cares? The guy sucks, but he doesn't suck. Apparently, he does not suck as bad as CM Punk. Which, look, I gotta say, man, I wish we had footage of this. I wish the UFC didn't, anally destroy any possible links to their footage. But CM Punk was insistent on doing these little leg sweeps. He must have been seeing some fucking Mortal Kombat or some
like,
shit.
Oh, once you get into the leg sweep loop, they can't get up, is what he was thinking.
Slowest? I've never seen a slower leg sweep. I mean, I know it wasn't a leg sweep per se. It was kind of like a low kick type of thing. I'm not down with the terminology, so forgive me on that. But it was a sweeping motion, and there was a turnaround to the move that took approximately 10,000 years to complete.
It's still going on right now, despite the fact that the match ended.
I'm shocked that... Hey, I should correct it this way. I was going to say I'm shocked that Mike Jackson didn't take advantage of that, but I'm not, because...
He sucks.
Fuck, we've seen his other bouts, and they kind of stink. But any other professional would have been like, fuck this shit. When his back is to me for 10 billion years, I'm going to take advantage of that shit, kick his fucking head in. I mean, mind you, that'd be illegal, kick him in the back of the head. But the point is, it was ridiculous. For the moment I saw him do the first sweeping motion kick, I was like, that's it. He's done. Mind you, granted, by then he'd lasted more than he did with Mickey Gall. But that could have been a fluke, you know? I mean, granted, it was his first bout, but, shit happens. You know, when Mike Jackson went up against Mickey Gall, he basically lost because he tripped up, basically. This is how awful that was. But, could have been a fluke, you know, maybe there was a little something there, but the moment I saw that little sweep motion, I was like, oh, dude, this is some early 90s Mortal Kombat cabinet shit right here, and he thinks it works because in the first round he did like 4 or 5 of them.
Shit.
And I was like, what is this, man? It's not, first of all, you're not making any contact, not once. Second, it's super slow, shockingly slow. But anyway, whatever. 50 million sweeps later, first one goes by and it's garbage. So it's established by now that Chick Magnet Punk is not what his name actually stands for. So we're breaking it right here. His name actually stands for Crappy Matches Punk.
Yep.
Fuck. It's already 2 in the bank that suck ass.
Yeah. And everybody's sucking his little weenie. Like, oh, he's accomplishing his dreams and shit. Too bad his dreams is apparently to suck ass. Because if that was his dream, he definitely accomplished it.
There is no defending this at this point. The first one, you might be like, he only had 2 years to train. You know, it takes a lifetime for some of these people to get to a skill level where they're competent. All that jazz. Boom. Give him another shot. Sure, he's a draw. Give him another shot. This time, it's like, you had 4 years to train. That's still, you know, for some of these people, like I said, sometimes it's a lifetime, you know. But it's still like 4 years, man. He should have performed at least a little bit better. Yes, okay, this time you didn't get beaten to a bloody pulp correction.
Instantly.
This time you didn't get defeated instantly. But you did get beaten to a bloody pulp, and it was ridiculous. The second round was fucking ridiculous, man. The whole time, and the commentators pointed it out, and I was thinking myself before they pointed it out, why does he just get up? Because what it ended up being was him on the ground the whole time, or the majority of the round, nonchalantly getting punched every now and then by Mike Jackson to effect, mind you. But as they pointed out, he could have been doing it the whole time. He could have been punching the shit out of CM Punk, because even though CM Punk had it in his grip, he was on the fucking bottom. He wasn't doing shit except throwing the occasional punch out of range, no less. So he just got beaten up, you know, blood pouring all over the place. And the whole time, he could have released himself from that predicament. He could have just pushed himself away. Yeah, he would have taken a hit or two, but it would have been better than what happened the whole round.
On the freaking floor.
Cut to the third round. Oh, I forgot to mention that between the first round and the second round, his little coaches and shit, little team, was like, dude, you gotta stop with these kicks. they suck. But the point is, there was no room for kicks in the second round. They actually advised him to go and take Jackson down to the ground, which I'm kind of at odds with because he did so horribly on the ground. But Jackson didn't have any ground game, so I guess it's good advice. But at the same time, hey, maybe you should be in control on the ground versus let me just get beat up here. So anyway, he does go in to take him down right away, and sure enough, we get a kind of a repeat showing. He tries to go for a leg bar at one point. That was like, oh my god, what is this? At one point, he gets hit and he's stumbling around like a fool. It gets so fucking bad in there that Mike Jackson just lets him get up, collect himself, and they kind of restart the bout. And that, I mean, it was already evident in round 2 that Jackson was just kind of showboating a bit, playing around with the old punches before he threw them. But here it was like a pity handout. So then I tell you about all this. You get online, and apparently people are now making excuses for this, talking about his heart. Yeah, I'll grant it. I mean, I couldn't get in there and do any of that, obviously. I'm a rotund turd. I'm not saying he didn't try. He did. And he tried a whole lot harder than he did in the first one because he got a lot of... But look, Rocky, as they pointed out in the commentary, Rocky is not what it's about. That's not how you win a bout. There's no excusing this.
They gave him all the chances. They gave him literally a turd to fight.
Yeah, they gave him the guy that lost to the guy that he lost to, that has the same MMA record,
who sucks.
Yeah, who is not great, except for, boxing. His boxing skills are a little bit up to par. Definitely way better than CM Punk's. He had an opportunity here. That's it. It's done. Stop. There's no defending this at this point. There's no defending. There's no reason to defend it. It's good that he tried. That's cool. That doesn't mean he's a winner. I mean, I guess in that, that kind
he
of
lost.
He lost. Yeah, that's it.
He sucks at MMA.
If you're gonna be soft-hearted about it, he's a winner for trying, guys. But you don't get a fucking medal for trying. You get a medal for winning. And the commentary pointed out at the beginning, this is make or break for both of them, and that's it. He's done. If he comes back after this,
bullshit.
Yeah, it's them trying to squeeze the last cent out of him. And what credibility do you have now at this point?
Yeah.
The only way you're ever going to be credible again is to literally start from the scrub streets and work your way up.
Yeah.
Which you didn't do to begin with. Fair enough, because of your name and your clout. Because of your name, not because of your skills. But that's the only way you're ever going to get back in there and mean anything.
Yeah.
Except for, I guess, for these bleeding hearts.
Look, I like Sam Roberts. I'm a big Sam Roberts fan. But I kind of got to give him a little shit for being like, if you're going to complain about the UFC and his opponent for not finishing the match. No, he sucks. It's his fault. Stop apologizing for him.
That's who said that?
Yeah, apparently.
It's retarded as fuck. Why would that be a complaint? Against the UFC? For what? I don't even understand what that means. Because they gave him the match? Is that what he means?
I guess.
I mean, they gave him a match because he's a draw. He wanted the match, so he's the one that started it all. Hey, I want this fucking match. They're not going to say no to money. Why did we take the blame off of him because of that shit? He wanted the fucking match. Point is...
The more ludicrous point was the freaking his opponent for not finishing the match.
Hell no. How many times have we seen people showboat when they clearly see themselves superior over the other? Plenty of times. And sometimes it works against them. Like Silva has plenty of talent. Anderson Silva has plenty of talent. He showboated and got his ass handed to him a few times. It happens. That this guy did it. He wasn't even showboating at one point. At one point it was just... This is
like, what is
this? What am I doing? I'm not even doing anything. We have a guy flailing around looking like a damn fish out of water and Mike Jackson in the hold that CM Punk insists on, just sitting there going, yeah, I guess I'll punch him here right now. That's not his fault. Shit, if I was in his situation, I'd be trying to make a fool out of him too, because CM Punk has a big ass mouth, and he sure as hell ran it about him beforehand. So why are you gonna run your mouth and then not expect somebody to do something about it?
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't even like CM Punk as a wrestler. I don't like him as a person. He seems like an asshole. And now he apparently sucks at MMA.
I think that's really what it boils down to. A lot of people are defending him because they liked him as a wrestler.
Yeah, that is what it is. People are just sucking his dick because they liked him in the ring, but shit, he sucks.
I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand. If you like somebody, you're gonna stand up for them. But in a contest of skill, there is no middle ground. The guy fucking sucks. Whether you like him or not is irrelevant.
It's like if Dolph Ziggler started freaking playing a basketball team and he sucked donkey dicks. He would expect, and everybody else would expect, for people to say he sucks donkey dicks. Why should it be any different for this dude?
There's no reason to get butthurt. And I'll be the first to admit, I don't hate CM Punk's skill as a wrestler. He was a very skilled wrestler. He earned that respect for sure. I just don't like CM Punk, the guy, because yes, he just comes off as a stuck-up asshole about things,
superior to you and everything and shit.
That's fine and dandy. I think a lot, not only because of his wrestling skill, but a lot of the support he got from fans was because he was voicing their opinion through him. Fair enough, but when you look at it from a business perspective, who the fuck gives a shit? That's like us voicing that we hate fucking Roman Reigns. They don't give a fuck. So what point was it for him to run his mouth endlessly, knowing damn well that they were going to take it out against him? He was a fool for doing that.
That's the thing. Yeah, he brought on all the bullshit that they gave him upon himself. It was his damn fault that he got screwed.
If the fans know better, he should have known 10 times better that was going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
So he's an asshole. He cries about things and then complains when things go against him because he cries about things.
But all that aside, you can separate the skill. Like, I don't like Brock Lesnar, but I'm not gonna say that he isn't capable in the ring just because I don't like him. He's capable in the ring, and I'm not talking about the wrestling ring. I'm talking the octagon, I should say, and UFC. He's capable. Or I should say he's brutish enough to survive there. So I'm not going to take that away from him just because I don't fucking like him. If Roman fucking lame-ass Reigns went and he was a capable fighter, I'd be like, damn, he's good at that. Fuck yeah. I might even... And I'm going to be honest with you. While I was watching the fucking CM Punk match, I kind of wanted him to Rocky out of that. Like, all of a sudden he's badass or he pulls something out.
That's not how...
But he didn't. And that's it. That's it. There's no defending it. He fucking sucked at the match. Yeah. He's terrible. He's had 4 years, 2 years to prepare for the first match, 2 more years to perfect whatever skill he had, and all he showed was that under pressure, he can't keep his game plan intact. Yeah. He was just a mess. At first, you could see that there was a little, he had a little plan going on there, but then after the first round, he was done. That was it. He was just flopping around.
And now because of his freaking loud mouth, he's kind of put himself into a hard place because he's shit-talking the wrestling business, saying he's never going to go back to it. He sucks at MMA. What the hell is he going to do now? He's probably going to crawl back to wrestling, and everybody's going to just forgive the fact that he was shitting on it a couple seconds ago. He sucks, is what I'm saying.
I think it's eventual. I think for all the talk, it is eventual. I don't think he's going to return to WWE.
No.
And if he does, it's going to be fucking like 10... 15 years from now.
Once everybody's dead.
But, I think it's eventual. And I think the obvious route would be,
I'll give him some
through Corey.
I'll give him some credit if he, actually goes into smaller freaking MMA things and actually tries to build up his skill. But the fact that he was literally put into the biggest spotlight and shatted away 2 times, there's no forgiving that shit. Or, there's no apologizing for that shit. He sucks. Yeah. If he wants to do it, rise up from the ashes, cool. I'll give him a chance then. For now, fail.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He's getting chances that normal fighters don't get.
Yeah, ever.
So why not hold him under that proper scrutiny? But yeah, I think it's eventual, and it will probably be through Cody Rhodes that will come back, and that'll seem like a redemptive thing. Oh, because Cody Rhodes, it's we can. No, I mean we can't forget that he fucking blew nuts.
Blew massive weenies.
We can separate it from wrestling, but that's it. The fact is, he blew fucking nuts again. He's bloodied, butchered in that ring, and the guy, his opponent, put in minimal effort to do it.
Yep.
And that's sad. So it's done. Give it up. Move on. Or, yeah, build your way up in the proper fashion. Maybe you can acquire actual skills. Otherwise, fuck. That was the most embarrassing fucking... That was even worse. It was actually worse to see him last longer because it just proved how many holes his fucking game has. I'll give you a hint. It's a chasm. A gaping fucking chasm. I was going to go with a...
Yeah, I thought that was going to continue.
I was going to lead into a vagina comparison, but I just decided to leave it right there. The point
good.
is, CM Punk sucks. He lost, in case you didn't know it. It's totally worth looking up the fight, though, just to see how horrid it is. Man, it's the worst fucking bout I've seen.
In that level.
On that level, yeah. Or I should say, he was on the main card, despite being the opening.
He's still
bout.
there.
It's still on the main card. I mean, fuck that. It's nonsense. Anyway, I'm probably pissing people off, but who cares? He sucks. Just get over it. He sucks at MMA. That's it.
People have to
Case
watch.
closed.
People have to watch this to be mad. To be fair.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, this has been Ahab and the Goontick ranting about old CM Punk.
Crappy matches, Punk.
Crappy matches, Punk. Cockmonger.
Crappy marmota.
That's the best one.
Yep.
Anyway, hit like, share, subscribe, and tell us what you think about this whole endeavor. 'Cause we're out.